Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they go play action with Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll go play action. Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Off play action. It's Howell. Dancing to his left. Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down and 4. Howell over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Gibson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Powell out of the shotgun. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Powell, 3rd and goal. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Brady. Going right side here, and that's complete. This defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
7-7, our score after 1. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jacket, reload! Hey, 66!
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now Brady again. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Breida will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Commanders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Out left to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for Washington. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida to the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Brady's throw there complete. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady, and in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Julio Jones, an 18-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker. Just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield. And that one falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Succop's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. a winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Let's go.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First down, Howell to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
After the sack on first down, Howell. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Howell throwing on third down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Jacket, reload!
On play action, it's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Gibson again. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And this one is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 16-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. This pass out right to Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now they go play action with Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Complete. It's Dodson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Dodson. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
A gain of 3 yards.
Gibson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing here, Howell. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Breida, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fournette on the counter. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On first down, Howell. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10, Howell. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell now to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Bell with one final shot. And he finds McLaurin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.